So I am recording today's class. So if you have to leave early, then I can send it to you. If you are wanting this exercise class recorded, because we're using the chair or the stool, it's a nice option. We haven't used it lately. Okay, so let's get started with our warm-up, and let's go in that narrow squat with the hip circle. So let's get going. It's definitely going to be a nicer day today. I hear birds chirping. It's like, feels like spring out there, especially after all that snow we had. So if you are just beginning today and just joining, we have a chair or a stool option today. Chair or a stool close by to make sure it's stable. It doesn't have wheels. It's not going to be rolling away on you. All right, let's go. Good to see everybody. Guys, we're starting to come on board now. Last one here. Okay, and let's go right into the hamstring scoop. So reach it up and let's open it up right here. So scoop and up and open. This always we start with some mobility. It's not about holding the stretch, it's about getting those joints loosened up. And we're going to follow the format today of strength, conditioning, and core. I think I like adding the core throughout, so that's a nice option. Sometimes we save it for the end, but I think today we should do that. Let's go one more each side. And last one. Okay, and let's go into an alternating side lunge, one hand and the other. So I have my chair, that's my stool actually. It's a storage stool, so I think it's a good, generally that's a decent height for me, and it's pretty solid. But I'm always going to make sure that it's secure before I either sit on it or I put my foot on it if I'm going to be doing that. So let's go another one each side. And here, let's go an alternating back lunge. Let's do a little bit of rotation when we do this. So carefully rotate same side as front leg. You're going to step back and you're going to rotate. So don't worry about this lunge. It is just a warm up, so you don't have to go super low. It's about getting loosened up here. All right, good. So I had one of my clients had to cancel her session because of the snow. So we didn't meet, but so I sent her one of the recordings. She said, "Oh, you talk so much during the class." So, well, it's just, yeah, but I don't get any feedback because you're all muted. So I said, yeah, it just feels natural. So I have to, otherwise it feels, if it was silent, it would not be good. Let's go one more. So here, okay. Now, if you have that chair or the stool, let's use this as a good hip opener. So I'm gonna bring it over here so you can see me face on. I'm gonna go into this sort of plank position. I'm gonna step my foot to the outside. And now once I hold it here, again, make sure it's stable. I'm going to open the same side as my front leg. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to come back, take it back. While you're in this position, calf stretch. So I'm going to turn this way now. So a calf stretch. I'm going to step my other foot and open. So just keep doing that, alternating. Calf stretch, step and open. You might feel a nice, good release through that front of the hip. Maybe you're noticing that more through your spine, upper back, your side glute. One side, I definitely feel a little bit different. I'm gonna go one more each here. And last one. Nice. And then, okay, you can put that off to the side. We won't need it again just for a little bit. Now that you're loosened up a little bit, let's go into our jog or that march. Let's go. All right, yeah, it's good. So get to see everybody going and moving today. I was getting worried that there was going to be only a few of you, but not you're on board, so that's good. Right. Jump jacks or the low jacks. And we're going to do just another round of these. And just make sure that you're choosing the option that feels the best for you. If you need that low impact, and if you need, let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that jog or that march. And go. So you can move forward, but back. You can go into that march. We're trying to work out. And let's go again. We're going to go into those jump jacks in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So the end of this couple of minutes, you should feel a little bit warmer and a little bit more prepared to do some extra work today. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your feet moving. Some shoulder circles. You can take both arms together here, and I'll go follow. Keep your feet moving again. Just bigger arm circles. That should complete our warm up. All right, and just another 30 seconds or so. If you need to stretch anything else, go ahead, grab some water, and then we'll get started. So maybe you're noticing tightness in your neck. Go ahead, do that. Grab some water, and we're going to grab the resistance. Okay, so I want you to have the chair or that stool close by. We're going to use it very soon, but not just yet. We're going to go from squats. And actually, I'm going to get you to go, this is a little bit different. You're going to go from a side squat. So grab your resistance. So side squat up to shoulder press. So it's not a side lunge. I want you to be aware of that. So I'm going to go side squat, feet together, up to shoulder press, side squat, up to shoulder press. Okay, sometimes it can turn into a side lunge, but I just want you to take it. So as you step and then do a nice wide squat when you come together, up to shoulder press, side squat. So take your time when you place that foot there, wide, when you come together, up. Okay, so I'm kind of breaking it down, but once you get going, if it feels okay, you can take it a little more smooth motion. And as long as that feels okay in your knees, in your thighs, if you don't like the stepping side squat, just stay planted. Okay, now we're going to be using that chair or that stool if you're comfortable. We are going to go ahead and do sitting, standing, and you're going to try the single leg. So, oh, look at that sun shining through. That's a nice feeling. I'm getting warm already. Okay, let's go one more each. So here, and one more here. Let's go. And all right, so grab your chair or the stool. I think I have to bring this down a little bit, otherwise I'm gonna have a glare. So have that chair, that stool close by. Better. Okay, so you may want to grab some resistance if you're unsure. Just use your own body weight. So I'm going to keep my heel down. I'm just going to up and then sit down. Watch that doesn't roll away. Up and down. So here is the option from the side. Foot can be lifted or the heel down. Drive up and down. So if you feel that in more in the front of the thigh, or even the front of the hip, I want you to concentrate on the drive up from your glute and down. Push. Okay, so you will feel that in the front of the thigh. You can't avoid it, but the drive up and then that extra balance, if you can, have that foot lifted. Up and down. Okay, excellent. And going, push. Okay, remember what side you're working here. And up, push. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more. Remember that heel can be lifted or it can be down. It's a lot of effort in that one leg. Last one, big push up. Okay, and then just reset for a second. Let's keep it basic, keep it simple. Let's go ahead and switch legs now that you've got the rhythm of it. So if this is your weaker side now, I want you to really concentrate. If that knee starts to cave in like that as you're pushing up, I want you to remind that glute to fire. Okay, so up. This is a side. This is my side that's a little bit weaker. So, oops, I almost lost my balance there. You have to concentrate. My knee wants to cave in a lot on this side, so I have to really think about keeping that alignment up. So mostly glute, I hope. Core tight, chest lifted. Lift that foot if you can. Control, make sure you don't slip off that seat. Up and down. You drive through your glute, push. Yes, it's good to do this single leg work like this. Sometimes when we do the lunge, the other leg gets to help a lot. So this, we're ensuring all the effort there. Okay, push. Okay, I'm gonna get you to go 2 more. And we'll do our conditioning coming up. It'll help release these muscles. Big push up. Excellent. Okay, move that chair out of the way so we're not going to trip on it. We're not completely done with it, but we are for now. All right, we're going to go 2 30-second. We're going to do first just a regular jog, and then we'll do a quick rest, like about a 5-second rest, and another 30 seconds. Okay, so let's go jog out on the spot. Let's go. Jog or march. If you like that high knee run, go ahead. This is about getting the heart rate elevated. And I'm extra warm. So 30 seconds. We're already at 15. We'll have a quick rest, like just about a 5 seconds, and then we'll do it again. Okay, remember this is your workout, so if you like those high knees or low, we're here. 3, 2, 1, and keep your feet moving. That's first 30 seconds. Rest for a second. And in 3, 2, 1, again, 30 seconds. Let's go. So fast. High. Pump those knees high if you feel you can, otherwise you're right here. Got a little bit of a little higher intensity movement, so hopefully you're feeling that. And let's go another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, keep your feet moving. So again, if you missed the beginning, I'm going to throw core into the mix. So just keep your feet moving, catch your breath, come down to the floor when you're ready. And if you need a little longer recovery time, just take it. And we're going to go into our first core exercise, which is a plank sequence. So first movement, forearms, hands, knees, or toes. 30-second regular plank, side plank, back to the regular plank, back to the side plank. All right, 30 seconds. Plank however you like. Ready? Let's go. I'm going to do high plank this first round. Here. Remember, this is your workout. I'm just getting you to keep moving. If you need a bit of recovery after that conditioning, that is all right. All right, so core tight. If you find that your hips are lifted, I need you to come flatten out. If you need, you're on your knees. Keep holding. When you do the side plank, you'll be on your forearm in 3, 2, and 1. Get yourself set. Your elbow underneath. If this bothers you, I want you to modify. Stack your feet if you can, or one knee down. 20 seconds. Hold. No pain in the shoulder. If it does, if you can keep your knee down. And even then, if it's still bothering you, please modify. Working those oblique muscles. 10. Keep holding. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can go back to your plank. So this is either the forearm or the hands. I'm going to go forearm plank this time. And ready? 30 seconds, go. So whether you're here, here, up, look past your hands. If you find that again, you're dropping your hips or feeling strain in your back, flatten it out. 10 more seconds. Then side plank the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, side plank. Make sure you switch sides and give yourself just a second to get ready. Your bottom knee is on the floor or lifted. 20 seconds starting now. Okay, the options down. Feeling some good work through those oblique muscles and side glute. If you feel too much pain in the shoulder, just modify that. Maybe come down, reset to 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, so that's a nice solid block of work. Take your time up onto the feet. Let's grab a sip of water. And we're on to block 2. Your chair or that stool, we'll have it close by again. And we're going to focus on a combination move for the upper body and lower body again. Okay. All right, good. So we're going to go into a forward. So if you don't like doing the forward lunge, you're going to do a squat with the bicep curl. If you feel okay, this is a forward lunge, bicep curl. Okay, so that's one option. Okay, if you prefer the squat with the bicep curl, go ahead. We are going to use the chair and the stool for some single leg with that sort of wood chop or diagonal movement. Okay, so let's, if you don't like the lunge, you're doing a squat, bicep curl. Drop your back knee and up. Switch. Going here. Or tight squats or the lunges, adding the bicep curl up at the top. That range of motion is entirely up to you, right? If you go a little bit lower, you may get a little more effort. If you need to shorten the range, go ahead. All right, one more each side. And last one. Okay, so we haven't done this in a little while. I'm going to show you with the lightweight, and you may do this without, and maybe once you get going, you can change it up. So I'm going to place this over here so it doesn't slide. My back foot is going to be up on this. I'm going to take my little weight. I'm going to start off with it's a drop, and I'm going to start off nice and small. Yeah, I can move that a little bit. So here, from the outside of the knee to the opposite shoulder. So you can start there. So naturally we'll want to open. We're not going to allow ourselves to do that. Squeeze this glute, keep the hips stable. So here, once you start going, if you feel okay, across. If you don't want to use your chair, don't worry, I'm going to come to the side so you can see. Drop and lift. So I want to make sure I'm really working that leg that's planted on the floor. Okay, some side glute. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Watch that hip doesn't open. And 1. Okay, and then bring it in. So hopefully you feel that a lot on your side glutes. That's really important that those muscles are working to keep you from over-rotating. Let's go ahead and switch. Watch that alignment. Make sure that foot is far enough away. Sometimes it takes a bit of adjustment. So let's go here. Start small. Okay. So a lot of balance work when we have that foot lifted. If you don't like to have that there, you're just in a split stance. Okay, so shoulders back, core tight to the outside and here. So once you start going, if you feel okay, it's bigger, diagonal, drop and lift. Okay, make sure those hips stay stable. And 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And up. Whew, okay, that was more challenging on that side. Put your stool or chair away to the side. We're going to go into our conditioning. 2 rounds of 30 seconds. Then another core exercise. 30 seconds. We're going to do those skaters. And if you like, I'm going to get you to move a little bit with those. So I'm going to start stationary 30 seconds. So we start off nice and easy. Skaters. If you don't feel comfortable with that lateral movement, maybe you prefer to do this side. Okay. And if you feel like you have space and you feel like you want to change it up a little bit, do a little bit of movement forward and back, just watch when you are moving backwards. If you're not aware of your space, please be very, very careful. And 3, 2, 1, rest for just about 5 seconds. And then we'll go again for 30. Keep moving, heart rate is up there a little bit. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and skate again. Side, inside. You have the space, even if you're doing low impact, still a great way to move on. You can see that by moving forward and back. And you can choose those options. Okay. Heart rate should be up and up. Agility, lateral movement, and 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, but keep your feet moving. All right, we're going to do a core exercise. So I need you to cool down just enough. Now that wood shot is core as well, so that helps us warm up those obliques. When you're ready, come down to the floor. Bring a weight with you if you like. We're going to do our twists or oblique twists. So with or without a weight. And feet either lifted or they're down. Okay, so bring your heart rate down just enough. If you need a little longer time, make sure you take it. Heart rate still up there. Okay, so I'll show you. I won't start this until another few seconds, but this is the twist. Okay, feet are lifted or down. Let's begin. Ready and go. So make sure your eyes stay straight ahead. A lot of times I'm going to do the oblique. I see sometimes all this twisting. I want you to keep straight ahead and only that weight or the hands go side to side. Okay, no strain in the back. I want you to feel those oblique muscles. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to go into an oblique bicycle crunch or the cross crawl. So that's also another oblique exercise. So go ahead, lay in the back, fingertips at your temples. Make sure you're not twisting or not pulling from your neck. It's a good twist. And 1 and then the other. Go ahead and extend your leg if you can. Side and side. Now, you can tap it. You can do a nice full extension. Let's keep going here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, roll it up to seated. Take your time. Stay here for a second. And then you're up onto your feet. We will use our stool close by if you would like on this one. So let's see. So if you have a heavy, this up a little bit. So this is not necessary. We don't usually use a chair or stool for this, but maybe you would like to today. So maybe you have a heavier weight you'd like to try. It's a single arm pull. You can always, so if you have it here and you'd like to try, you can do this pull, right? That's not necessary. A lot of the time we do it planted, and I think, I'm rambling a little bit. I think I still want you to do single arm. So even if you're freestanding, single arm, maybe you're just like this, okay? I get a little bit of rotation. So maybe you want to get a little bit lower. Use that chair, stool, or freestanding. Okay, same arm. And this opposite leg is planted, so you're going to feel that in your glute, because the only rotation that you're doing here is through the upper body. Your hips stay still. Okay? So all the same side pull. Follow the elbow a little bit. Okay, be careful of your back. You want to make sure it's your low back, your core is tight, stable. And okay, let's go another 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So we're using those hip stabilizers here, whether you're using the chair or you're up. We're going to open, remember the hips stay still. Okay, so follow the elbow a little bit. I like this movement because it helps release that upper back as well. So safely, but open without straining. So 5, 4, 3, safely, 2, 1 more. And release. Okay, excellent. Okay, so let's, if you had that stool there, you can move it away a little bit. All right, big shoulder roll with this one. I'm going to get you to do a, let's go side lunge if you feel comfortable with this. Make sure that chair's out of the way. We'll need it again next round. But let's go side lunge, side raise, side lunge, side raise. Okay, so again, when we break it down, if you don't like that movement, maybe you are just doing the side raises. If you like that, just carefully, nice and tall, core tight, hips, slide back. Feel a stretch to the inner thigh and that butt back. Nice and tall. Side. Down. Okay, keep it going here. Down. Nice good side raises. So I've dropped to my 3-pound weights here, but if you were still okay with that, probably go a little bit. All right, we're gonna get ready for some conditioning again. And some more core. So let's go another 2 each way. Hold tight and great work, everybody. Good to see you all putting that effort in. And one more time. Okay, good. All right, big shoulder roll. I'm going to get you some conditioning here. So this can be those top half squats. Maybe you prefer that. It's a little bit of plyometric if you are up for it. So remember, try to combine lots of different components of fitness. So if it can be more, it can be power without plyometric, is those calf raises. So that's less impact if you can. You get that power. And plyometric, that jump. 2 rounds of 30 seconds, starting. Ready, let's go. So you choose your option. If you like the jump, if You can maybe do a little bit of jump and some calf raise. Soft landing. Soft landing, push. Remember, 2 rounds of 30 seconds. Push. Get a little bit of height, but always recoil. We always land soft up. 3, 2, 1, and just keep your feet moving for a second. Another 30 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Soft landing. Up and down. A little bit of power and plyometric if you're up for it. Recoil. Up and down. So always landing soft. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Okay, keep your feet moving. So good. Am I right? Catch your breath. We're going to take it down for core. And I want you to just catch your breath for a second. All right. We're going to go into, now I think core is not always about abdominal work. So this core work, we're going to go into a glute bridge. And we're going to go into the dead bugs. So glute bridges and dead bugs. So grab a weight with you or 2 weights. The glute bridge, if you like, you can add some resistance on your thighs. So depending on how that feels, just add a little lift. So squeeze and then barely touch and then back up. Okay, so the resistance may or may not make a difference for you. So go ahead, whatever feels the best. So you feel a good stretch here, but the real work is in the glutes, hamstrings and glutes. Keep your core tight, up and down. Okay, so we want to keep those hips nice and stable as well. Sure. Pull your belly in. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Okay. Now, with the dead bug, you have the option for the weight. If you have it, carefully make sure you have good grip. It's not going to slip out of your hands. Feet are lifted, knees are bent. This is our always are coming back. This is our set position. From here, we extend. And in, add the crunch if you feel up for it. And maybe you prefer to keep your head down. Maybe you are comfortable to do both legs. Make sure your back stays flat to the floor. Out. 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 In. Couple more. Excellent. Let's go another 2. 1 more, keeping that back flat. And 1, and just relax for a second. You have the weight, safely put it down so you're not straining the shoulder. Roll it up to seated. And we'll take it up onto the feet and grab some water here if you need. All right, roll it on up and let's grab some water. Looking good so far. Okay, grab some water, reset. And all right, okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna add some work for our triceps. So let's do some balance work for triceps, and then we'll do some isolated tricep work with that chair or stool. So I know not everybody's gonna like doing dips, but if you can, that's gonna be the tricep option. But first, we're still working triceps, but we're up on our feet like so. If you can, you're on 1 foot. Okay, I don't know how that's gonna work for me today. That was already a bit challenging. Okay, so if you can, your foot is lifted. If you need, your toe is down, but all the weight is in that front leg. Hinging from the elbows, we'll do both legs. So let's start with the one and focus on that tricep work. So both of these exercises include the triceps, but we have a little bit of balance. Actually, a lot of balance. Or a little. Okay, so we'll go another 5 on this leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, that tall, big shoulder roll. And then switch feet. And ready. More tight. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put your weights away for a second. Now this, I'm going to grab my chair again. Or the stool. So if you don't like this option, then you will be doing some overhead extension tricep work. If you are okay doing the dips, make sure it's not going to roll away. I'm going to come back here. See how dusty this is. All right, so if you want more challenge, your legs are extended. Make sure that's not going to tip over. Keep your knees bent if you need. Nice and close. We don't want to be out here. We don't want to be putting strain on the shoulders. And keep everything tight so your tailbone just brushes right so close to the edge. Okay, don't need to go super low either. This is tricep focused. Keep it up, keep it up. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a seat and release. All right, shake it out. I feel like we need to do another set of those. Anybody else? I know you can't even, you're not allowed to talk to me because you're muted. So I'm just going to say, yes, we will. Okay, let's go. Let's do another set, short set, 10 of them. How does that sound? Ready? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and sit. Okay, hopefully you feel that in your triceps. If you do dips and all you feel is strain in your wrists, it may not be a good exercise for you. So up onto your feet, put that chair away, and we are going to go into our more conditioning here. So that 3-step agility is something we've added in, but we'll only do 1 round, 30 seconds of that, and then the second 30 seconds will be our ski jump. So the 3-step agility is 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, hold. Okay, so let's start with that one first. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Watch your footing. Make sure that you're planted. I'm going to do a little hop when I land. Go here, just because that feels good today. Okay, or hold. So 30 seconds. And remember your pace. Maybe you're feeling good to go a little bit quicker, get a little bit lower, and lower impact option is perfectly fine. 3, 2, 1, and relax for a second. Okay, so let's go into the ski. Now it looks like this. Skiers. Now, if you don't like that, it's a hop and a hop. Okay, otherwise we'll keep together. Again, we want to recoil. To start, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Lots of recoil. If you like a little bit more impact and you like that speed, then go ahead there. Doesn't matter. You can do a little hop and hop. Okay. Keep going. Whatever you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right, keep your feet moving. That's a good movement and can easily be modified if you need a little less impact. You can grab a sip of water here if you need. We're going to do a core exercise. And we're gonna do that windmill standing core, which is a whole lot of shoulder work. We've done these every now and then. So we don't do every class, but I'm going to show you this breakdown again. I'm going to use my lightweight. I'm going to hold the weight in this same hand. This foot is facing the front. This leg is up to the side. So windmill or triangle press. I like to call this triangle press as well. So I'm going to slide down. I'm going to look up to my weight. I'm going to come up. So the legs stay straight. It's all about that bend in the torso. So if you find that having a weight is too much, you can maybe hold it in the other side or get rid of it altogether. This arm should be straight up. Slide down. Okay, if this bothers your back at all, please just shorten the range, modify, and up. Okay, so a bit of a stretch through the inner thigh and those oblique muscles. 2 more. We'll switch sides. Looking up to that weight, up to that hand. 1 more. And let's switch. Okay, so again, this leg is facing out, this one's facing the front. Hold it up. And try to keep those legs fairly straight. Looking up and down. Okay, try to keep that arm straight up the whole way. If you are finding you're leaning into it, especially with the weight, I need you to keep it straight up. Straight up, straight up. As you look up, that weight stays facing right up to the ceiling. That arm stays straight to the ceiling. Stable. Okay. Straight up. It's a slow, steady motion. Straight up, straight up. 2 more. Right, good. Control and release. Okay, you can grab another sip of water here if you need. We're going to shake it out and we'll move on to another block. So this, we're actually, I'm going to say we're done with the chair or the stool. You keep that off to the side. We won't need it again. Okay, so we have, I'm going to check our time. We're moving right along. All right, I want to do another bit of leg work. We have done some of the single leg, but let's do back to squats. And on this one, we're going to do squats with a 1 bottom half, 1 full. So we're not going to be moving on these ones, just a nice solid strength. So, but a little bit of time under tension by doing 1 bottom half. So down, up halfway, down and up. Okay, so let's focus on that stationary squat, just strength, no movement, but just time under tension. Okay, we're getting close to the end of our strength. Bottom half and up. Okay, I want you to squeeze those glutes. Down, up, and okay, so let's keep going here. So this is nice and stationary. We're going to add legs with upper body again. And when we do that, I'm going to show you 2 options that you can choose. Last 2. 1 bottom, focus on strength. 1 more. Now, release. Okay, so both are similar to the upper back. So I'm going to show you with, I'm going to keep these ways. I'm going to show you with this one. This is a crouch on a diagonal. So it's a diagonal, wide row. Push back. Diagonal, wide row. Okay, make sure you're leaning over enough. If you prefer to do a reverse fly, so I don't want to give you too many options, but this is the other option. You crouch and fly like a capital T, but if you are doing that, maybe you want to go lighter weights. Okay. So crouching, either wide row or crouch on that diagonal, reverse fly. Okay. Both are going to work through the upper back, so it doesn't matter which one you do. No preference. Kind of doing a little bit of both. It's a diagonal. So it's not a forward lunge. It's not a side lunge. It's that front and then to the side. Crouch, pull, or fly. Okay, excellent. So just a little bit more here. And I'm going to go one more each side. Last one each. Okay, big shoulder roll. Excellent. Okay, now big shoulder roll here. We've done some shoulder work. We've done some legs. Let's go with both feet planted on this one. You're going to do deadlift. And we've done this many times. It's the deadlift to the upright row. So maybe you can add a little extra weight. So this will be our last strength. And we're going to do 2 rounds of conditioning. So it'll be a minute long with a tiny break in between. And I'm going to show you 2 different movements. Okay. So if you're up for it, we can start with burpees for the first 30. And then we're going to do a combination of lunges and squats for the second 30. Make sure you, when you do the upright row, I think sometimes I see this happening. So it's already starting with the upright row as a lift. I want you to do them first, the deadlift, then the upright row. That's going to just keep your back nice and safe, core tight the whole time. Up, deadlift, stand, upright. Okay, as long as that feels all right with you. And let's go 2 more. I'm going to get ready for our last conditioning. 1 more. Up. Okay, put your weights down. So if you need another alternative for the burpee, you can do jump jacks. You can do run on the spot, marching on the spot. Let's do that first one first. Sort of the first round, so either burpee or the other option that feels good. Second round will be a combination of squats and lunges. Okay, so this, get ready, burpees if you like. Let's go. So if you are modifying, step, maybe jump in. Maybe you still want to use that. Maybe you have that chair that you like to use. Okay, and if you like, hit the floor. Your workout today. Be aware of how you're feeling. If you need to modify, please do. Okay, let's go to 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and release. Okay, now watch me on this one. 2, if you can do it, it's going to be 2 squats, 2 lunges, 2 squats, 2 lunges. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of impact on this one if you can. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or low impact. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, let's go. So if you don't feel like jumping, the option is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So doesn't have to be super low either. 5 seconds. Work it. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, well done. Keep your feet moving. Whew. All right, last core block and stretch. So keep your feet moving. Heart rate should come down enough. Okay. Come on. Down to the floor. Okay, if you need a little water or a little longer, don't worry. Come on down. We'll go full crunches with or without the weight. I'm going to bring a weight with me. This can be a half crunch or, that sort of C crunch if you don't like a full. Now, these are bent. I'm going to hold my weight here. I'm going to go behind. I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to reach it and then I'm going to go back down. So that is one option. If you prefer to keep it close like this, go ahead. Okay, abdominal work. And down. Okay, hope you feel like you've had a good workout so far. We're going to end with our bit of core and it's our stretch. We're engaged. Keep going here. Let's go now 2. One more. Remember, core isn't always just about the abdominal muscles. And release. All right, let's take it onto the front. And I'm going to get you to do the pointers. So like this, opposite arm, opposite leg. And I don't want you to switch. I want you to stay on the one side where you reach and pull, and then same side again. Out and in. Keep going here. And same side. One more. And let's switch. So you want to keep your hips stable here. It's a great exercise as long as you're doing it correctly. If you feel that that hip is lifted, generally I find that either that hip is lifted probably too high, like when you lift the leg, it's up. I want you to flatten it out. Keep going. Reach. Let's go another 2. One more. Release. Okay, so let's take it down. I think I want to take you into a good stretch now. So let's take it here. Take one leg out to the side. This one. So from here, as an inner thigh stretch, take the same arm as the extended leg. Reach underneath. This is a flowing motion, so we don't want to hold it for too long. So here, and then open. Your weight shifts a little here, so under, and then open. Breathe. One more here. Under. And now let's switch sides. Here. Reach underneath, never forcing the stretch, just enough to feel it. Nice inner thigh, and open. Under, and open. One more. And up. Okay, we're going to do that outer hip release. So you're seated here, and you're going to take your feet. Your hands are either behind or you're up, and you're going to drop your legs to one side. This one where you go here, and then switch, okay? So if you're like this, you're dropping your legs to one side, and then dropping your legs to one side. So nice, good stretch on the outer hips, and if you feel good, stay nice and upright. Okay, don't force it. It should feel like a nice stretch. If you feel strain, just shorten the range, okay? And right, this can be a bit tricky, so support yourself if needed. Just dropping your legs to one side and then the other. Okay, last one on each. And then maybe find your good side. From here, this is our standing, from the floor to standing up without touching the floor movements that we keep on improving on. So up onto that knee if you can. Up onto your feet. Take it up. And then just keep your feet moving here. Let's do a bit of release. Okay, so if you have a hard time getting up from the floor without putting your hands down, that's fine, but just continue to work on that so you can get better. Let's do a release. And we'll just do a couple of those things that we did at the beginning. So let's do that reach up. Actually, we don't think we did these. I can't remember what we did in one. Let's go here and side. Let's go one more each. And here. And those hamstring scoops. Scoop it and open and outer side. And let's go ahead and do a quadricep stretch. You can find our balance there and lift. Okay. And on the other side. Great work today. Do a bit of bicep and tricep release. So arms out, twist your thumbs down. And then I did record today's class, so I'm going to stop the recording just a second. Tricep stretch. So if you would like this, I do have it on my YouTube channel. I'm finding that I have the Google Drive and the YouTube as well. So for some other classes, I uploaded a mobility piece today, just a 10-minute mobility, big shoulder roll. So if you are looking for a daily mobility sequence, then that one is also a great one to follow. All right, I'm going to stop the recording now. And just stop it right here.